A well-built hero is complex, wavering in their morality, questioning their decisions, overcoming not just the obstacles in front of them, but also those inside. Vex is the image of confidence and charisma, but it is her moments of vulnerability that earn her the title. The mods needed for this build are Critical Role Vestiges of Divergence, Blaze Elin and Mizora heads, featsextra modio version, K's hair extensions, subtle nature eyes, P4 bangs everywhere, and more hair too. The members of Vox Machina have official D&D sheets, so their BG3 builds will follow them closely with some deviations here and there for constraints or additional options. In addition, Vox Machina characters were originally built for Pathfinder, so there are certain things that were translated from Pathfinder to D&D that don't have an equivalent in BG3, even with mods. Starting off with the basics, we know the race is half-elf, and the subrace is wood half-elf, providing the fleet of foot subrace feature. The class is going to be ranger, and for the ranger we need to choose a favored enemy and a natural explorer. So for favored enemy, we're going to go with Keeper of the Veil. Vex's official favored enemies are not actually available in BG3, even with mods. So we will start with Keeper of the Veil for her research into the cult of Orcus. Keeper of the Veil provides protection from evil and good. For Natural Explorer, same kind of situation. Vex's official Natural Explorer options are not available, so we're going to start with Wasteland Wanderer Poison to represent the Underdark, which is one of her official choices. Her background is Outlander, and for the ability scores, there's no way to get them matching exactly, so we're going to prioritize Dex and Wisdom scores, and then any uneven scores we have will be evened out later. So we're going to start with Strength at 8. Dexterity is going to be 17 with a +2 modifier. Con is going to be 10. Intelligence is going to be 12. Wisdom is going to be 15 with a +1 modifier. And Charisma is going to be 13. For skill proficiencies, we are getting Athletics and Survival from the background. We're getting Stealth from the race. We're getting Arcana from the favored enemy choice. And for the other three, we are going to choose Animal Handling, Insight, and Perception. Insight and Perception are part of the official build. Animal Handling is not. However, we are limited in our choices here. Investigation, Nature, and Animal Handling, the three other available to us, none of them are on the official build. So we're going to go with Animal Handling to represent her bond with Trinket. That will do it for the basics, so let's move on to appearance. For appearance, you're going to start with body type 1, identity female. I would say the closest voice is probably voice 8. You're going to need a couple different mods in appearance to make this work. So for the head, we're going to go with the Mizora head. And then under the chin section, this is the K's hair extensions mod here. You are going to scroll down and grab Callisto bangs, which is this one right here. And then scroll down further, and under jaws, this is the P4 bangs everywhere mod. From this one, you are going to grab the VCC Inkeep braid sides. And then scroll down to skin color, which is going to be warm tone 5, and turn the freckles off. Skip on down to eyes. You're gonna need a mod for this one as well. Open it up and find brown E. For makeup, we're going to go with makeup 3 setting for the eyes. It's going to be the color black up to 100%. And then for the lip tint, we're gonna go with red auburn 3. Turn up the tint intensity to about 55%. Metallic turn up to 10%. And glossiness turn up to 25%. And then for the hair, which you will also need a mod for, you're going to select winter plate. For the hair color, go with brown 5. For the highlights, it's going to be taupe, and turn it up to 100%, and this is to darken it. You will see from the extensions we've added on some different coloration. Looks a little bit weird, but the extensions give a little bit of messiness in the front and the thickness of the hair that we're looking for. That will do it for appearance. Let's move on to the build section. At level 2, we choose 2 spells and our fighting style. we're going to go with Hunter's Mark and Cure Wounds. The fighting style will, of course, be archery, which gets you a +2 bonus to ranged weapon attacks. At level 3, it is time to choose a spell and subclass. The spell will be Hail of Thorns, and the subclass will, of course, be Beastmaster, so that we can get Trinket as our ranger's companion. At level 4, it's time to choose the first feat, and you are going to need a mod for this feat. Scroll way down, and you will see one called Observant. Observant increases your intelligence or wisdom score by 1 to a max of 20, and you have a +5 bonus to your perception and investigation scores. We are going to put that under wisdom and even out that score. At level 5, it's time to choose another spell. Also, we unlock the extra attack and the Companion's Bond subclass feature. A spell here is going to be Pass Without a Trace. At level 6, it's time to choose another favorite enemy and another natural explorer. Like I mentioned before, we do not have any official options available to us, so we're really just going for what we believe fits the best thematically or lore-wise. So we're going to go with Bounty Hunter for the favorite enemy. This will give you proficiency in investigation, and creatures that you hit with Ensnaring Strike have disadvantage on their saving throw. For Natural Explorer, we're going to go with Fire, because her favorite enemies are dragons and fiends, both fire users. At level 7, you unlock Exceptional Training, and it's time to choose another spell. This one is going to be Protection from Poison. At level 8, you unlock Landstride Difficult Terrain, and it's time for the second feat. Second feat is going to be an ASI with a +1 in Dexterity and a +1 in Charisma, evening out those scores. At level 9, another spell, which is going to be Conjure Barrage. At level 10, you unlock Hide in Plain Sight, and you choose another favorite enemy in Natural Explorer. For favorite enemy, it's really dealer's choice at this point. I don't think any of these are great options. We're just going to go with Ranger Knight for the skill proficiency and history. For Natural Explorer, we'll round it out with Wasteland Wanderer Cold. I don't think these are great options either, but we do know that one of her favorite terrains is mountains, so Cold at least seems on theme. At level 11, you unlock Bestial Fury, and you take another spell, which is going to be Lightning Arrow. And then at level 12, one more feat to round it out, and we are going to do another ASI, bringing the dexterity up to 20. That will do it for the build section. On to the bonus section. Like Scanlan, Vex has a Ring of Protection. The Ring of Protection in BG3 is pretty similar, and it can be obtained by stealing it from the Druid's Grove in Act 1. If you're not looking to get into a conflict at the Grove, there is a way to steal it without causing a fight. If you'd rather not bother with that at all, there is also a Cloak of Protection that provides the same benefits, +1 to AC and throwing saves. That is at the Last Light Inn in Act 2, or just use both. As far as Vex's armor goes, it's pretty basic. She wears a studded leather armor +2, which is available in BG3 by merchant once you've hit level 9, and bracers of archery, which in BG3 are just gloves of archery, sold in the Goblin Camp in Act 1. Before reaching level 9, just keep gradually grabbing better leather armor. Although not on her level 12 character sheet, we know that Vex was given the Headband of Initiative by Percy during the Whitestone Rebellion, which has already taken place in the show. There are two potential stand-ins for this. One is the Fistbreaker Helm, that grants a +1 to spell save DCs in Initiative, available in Moonrise Towers in Act 2. The other is the Mask of Soul Perception that grants a +2 to attack rolls, initiative rolls, and perception checks, found in Helsic's Room in Act 3. The bow Fenthras is available in the Critical Role Vestiges mod, so make sure to grab that at your camp's chest when ready. If you don't want to use this powerful weapon right away, you can get the Jolt Shooter as a reward for rescuing Counselor Floric in Act 1. That's it for the Vex build. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, check out the rest of our Vox Machina builds and keep an eye out for more in the near future.